Today, we're going to talk about why price is likely to move into the high 20K level. For the last couple of weeks, price has been in this awkward consolidation range between $30,000 and $40,000. There hasn't been this element of decision just yet. We've been bouncing between fear and greed, the tests of the lows, this higher low here on price, and the highs here in the low 40K region. Price has simply been bouncing between this fear and greed sentiment that has kept price within this range. But I think there's a strong argument for price moving into the high 20K level. Personally, I'm short, and I think you should be too. Let's talk about exactly why that is. So there are a couple reasons. First of all, price has not been able to break and hold above this 40,100 level. Each time price has tested this level, it has gotten substantially rejected. This is not a good sign for price. Initially, after our significant drop down to the 28K level here, price bounced up all the way up to $43,000. But ever since that bounce to 43K, price has not been able to reclaim that range at all. That indicates that there's substantial interested supply, substantial interested sellers at higher prices that are suppressing the price of Bitcoin. We're going to talk through a couple reasons behind that. The first couple reasons is because of trap traders. Now, trap traders occur when traders buy at high prices and don't set stop losses. They don't mitigate their risk. And that's exactly what has happened at this 42,000 to 46,000 range, 48,000 to 50,000 range, and then obviously above 50,000 and up to 65K. There are a huge number of these buyers who have not yet been able to escape their positions, who are trapped at these higher prices. So every time price tries to move higher, every time price tries to move beyond this 41K range, anyone who bought at these higher prices, who didn't set stop losses, who didn't mitigate their risk, are now trapped and escaping. This has presented these significant and severe rejections. Here on the 4-hour chart, we can see that with this significant wick when price wicked up to 41K and instantly got rejected. What does this mean to me? Well, this tells me that price has not yet found that area of interested demand. Price has not yet found that demand area where institutional participants are legitimately interested in buying Bitcoin again. I don't see that area until about $24,000 to about $30,000. Why do we say that level? Well, that's because that's the range of the previous consolidation. The last significant area where price can find that support is at that 28 to 34K level and slightly below from previous buying events. So trap sellers are down here supporting price, but that support is quickly being eaten away. So what I want to focus on is what happens next. The first and primary issue, beyond just available trapped buyers at higher prices suppressing the current price of Bitcoin, beyond that, the other issue is a significant reduction in buying volume. Here on Coinbase, we just simply don't see the buying volume that we saw in these previous events. This is indicating to me that institutional guys, the Wall Street guys, the people with the most money, simply do not have the same interest that they had at these prices when price was accumulating before its run to $65,000. So what does that tell me? It tells me price is not yet low enough for institutions to find that wholesale price. They always want to get the best value, and so do I. So my current price prediction for Bitcoin, within the next week, I expect that we test that low 30K level. If it breaks, we're going to head into the 20s. If we head into the 20s, that's totally okay. I want to be able to accumulate as much Bitcoin as I possibly can for a good price. If price heads into this 20K region, I would expect a large amount of volatility before a bounce to resistance and potentially high side continuation. If we don't see that, if price simply gets rejected once again at the 31K level, then we're headed to lows. But what do we need to see? We essentially need to see that the retail traders, the small guys, are scared. We need to start seeing volume that we're not seeing right now from the institutional guys. We need to see Coinbase right here pick up that buying. Once they can do that, that will indicate that there's legitimate new interest in higher prices. Price will fall until that happens. We haven't seen it yet. So from my opinion, we will continue to see downside continuation until institutional participants pick up that volume. until we get retail scared and until there's a better argument for higher prices. So, high 20Ks before the high 40Ks. That's my prediction. Huge amounts of resistance from all the buyers who ended up trapping themselves buying at those high prices. So, be careful with your positions. I'm currently in a short sell from about 41,100. I expect to close that position in the low 30s or high 20s. My first take profit around 32,000. My second take profit around 28K. So watch those positions. Look for those lower prices to accumulate and be careful. That's what we're looking at for this week in Bitcoin.